Hello again and welcome back to Phoenix Point Backer Build 5. So a few things to go through before I jump into a mission. Firstly, on the subject of difficulty levels. Unstable Voltage, who is a snapshot employee, the community manager, community liaison, something like that. Anyway, he stated on the official Phoenix Point Discord that there is definitely a difference between the difficulty levels in this backer build. I've no idea what they are, and he didn't specify, but allegedly they are there. Other than that, in-game wise, the entire Southern Hemisphere and Europe is lost. This isn't through my choices, isn't through any inability to try to save them. It's just purely the case that I have one Phoenix base over here way in eastern Russia and one over here in, I believe that is very, very, very southern Canada. It's not quite over the border into America. But anyway, yes, there are no Phoenix bases. I've scanned all through Central and South America, all through Africa. There just are no Phoenix bases. None of this can be saved. This is just lost. The air transports just cannot make it from base to there and back again in time. So yeah, that's kind of bullshit actually. That is going to be a real bugbear if the inability to place your bases is still a feature in the final release, because it's bullshit. Now, losing havens is one thing, only being able to respond to a certain number of events at a time, that's fine. But the idea that 70% of the world's landmass is just not within reach of your base, that's going to be a real sticking point in a release version if you get fucked that badly, purely by RNG when it comes to Phoenix base locations. That is not acceptable. Anyway, on a more positive note, I finally, for the first time ever, got my Synedrion rep up to the point where I can do their faction rep mission. Can't do the Disciples of Anu, because as we know that's just bugged. If you complete that, it just brings you to the blank screen that I've shown twice on the end screen of my videos, because the game is like that. Not much else to say. The bases are pretty much developed. Again, the inability to dig these out is somewhat irritating, because it means you can't actually shuffle things around to get all the stuff you want and add in more vehicle bays or extra living quarters or whatever. Again, hopefully that will be changed for the final release. Personnel wise, I have many dudes, many of which are at quite a reasonable level. Got a whole bunch of different armors because they are kind of random. And when it comes to random armors, I think my favourite one is this fella, this leather jacket. It actually came from, I think he was wearing it when recruited, although I have got another copy of that armour from a random independent haven base defence. Does look very cool. They've also got a different looking assault rifle. If I just stick that in there for a moment. That looks very cobbled together, doesn't it? The stats on it are terrible, but certainly looks interesting. Cobalt assault rifle. Yeah, don't think much of it, but it looks cool. If only some of these cool looking ones, because the stats on that are garbage compared to the proper Phoenix Point, New Jericho, Synedrion, etc. stuff. It would be nice if they had these as viable choices stat-wise. Other than that, not a great deal to talk about. There's various bits of research that are slowly researching. Manufacturing, just making more armour, more weapons. At some point I might actually start making some of these as well. I've not bothered with a Tiamat yet. I mean, I would have to scrap one of my Manticores. Again, lacking a third or fourth base and lacking the ability to build more vehicle hangars means you're always going to be massively limited on the aircraft you can bring. But that's enough waffling and bitching. I think it's time to actually try this Synedrion faction mission. Now, for all I know, this could also... yeah, well, there's nothing I can do about it. The radical anti-natalist group that calls itself the Malthusian Revolt believes that humanity, not the Pandora virus, is the real threat to Earth's ecosystem. They have declared war on Synedrion and the Phoenix Project, and already taken several lives. The purpose of this assault is their total defeat. Sounds reasonable? Yeah, well, can't be everywhere, can't save all havens, nothing I can do about it. Frustrating, but there you go. It is just one of many things that I do hope get changed for the final release. I'm also really hoping this doesn't bug out at the end. It's taken a very long time to get this far in the game twice. Also, just to get the faction rep up faster, I have been wiping out alien bases as soon as I see them. So no sign of a queen yet. We've got some mutated soldiers, let's just have a quick look. Well, level 7 assault, using the cobbled together gun. And what's that that looks like a mutie boy. Yeah, he is very much mutated. Probably going to be more around elsewhere. Now then, where can we go that's going to give good vantage points for the snipers? And I can just keep them down the bottom, but the hell with it. I've given them these jetpacks, I'm going to use them. I know assaults are better because they get dash and return fire and so on, but I want my jetpacks. Oh, he spotted some more. There's a large group of them over there. Well, that's a serious temptation, isn't it? That looks very much like missile bait. Let's just have a look. Can we reach them? Probably reach them from here. Yeah, let's have a go. I've not used these Fury missile launchers much since building them. That was shockingly effective. Look at the state of that. I mean, that deserves a little. And there are even more of them in there. So yeah, rocket launchers work really well, as it turns out. Okay, I don't think he can be doing much. Tempted to throw him really far forwards, but there are some that haven't lost an arm, so let's settle for just creeping forward a tad. And you, for some reason, have no ammo. And are carrying 3 assault rifles. I think I may have cocked up his loadout when I was showing the cool weapon. Ah, well, never mind. It be right. I doubt it'll make too much difference in the grand scheme of things. Let's just run him off to one side. There might be something lurking off to the left there. And the other sniper, go join your mate. So he's using the armor piercing rifle. Less damage than the others, but I just like the armor piercing. It also looks good, nice and chunky. And I really do also need to swap all of these to irrelevant weapons, just to stop my actual weapons from being blown up. Because it's unfair when I do it to them, and it's annoying when they do it to me. Oh dear.
My turn.
Okay.
My turn.
So there are still a few that have survived with their weapons intact.
Born again anarchist. Here we go.
Oh, one even got a shot off. I am sorely tempted just to drop another missile on them. Just for shits and giggles. But I would imagine they'll spread out to make that nowhere near as effective. Oh, one of them's got a sniper rifle in there. So, who's the sniper with the functional weapon? You, is it? And what about the other one? Yeah, the other one's gone, but you have a functional weapon. Yeah, that's... It's not cool, man. You're not allowed to have actual weapons. Now, the other danger here is the assaults are bound to have return fire. So let's just have a quick look at what we can potentially attack here. Obviously we want to prevent return fire if at all possible. So that's one arm down. And who else? That fella who only has a pistol, that fella at the back there.
Awaiting instructions.
So then, Mr. Grenade Launcher, get you up into a better position. If you can just get rid of some of their weaponry for me, that would be most appreciated. That didn't really have anywhere near the effect I would have hoped. So what we will probably have to do here is dash forward twice. Hit that one and that one, then dash away. Dash OP plus nerf.
Time for the push. Aiming.
Oh, come on game, give me that arm. Wow, that did nothing. That's because that is not the armor-piercing rifle I thought I had equipped. Okay. Oh, we'll try that again. Yep, just kill him instead, that's equally fine. Yeah, that's really not... I genuinely thought I had an armor-piercing rifle equipped. Apparently they're equipped on the other squad, not this squad. Lesson learned. Okay, sniper, what have you got eyes on? You're only going to be able to see the same two, are you?
Engaging.
Well, I think that's a shot worth taking.
Target hit.
Just chink down a little bit of damage. I don't believe he'll get in range to do anything with this. No. What we will do is just jump over to there. So he can do something next turn, either with the grenade launcher or the big gun. You may as well take your second shot. They do take some killing. These fellas certainly do take some killing.
Aiming.
That's the one that needs to be shot. I think that was the last of the actual viable threats. Oh no, there is that sniper there. Wasn't quite able to take out the sniper rifle, but I shall probably be able to finish that off next turn. And you guys can just swap back to irrelevancies.
I need a moment.
I need a moment.
What the hell is he up to? Well, I don't know what they think they're doing. That is definitely some peculiar behaviour on their part. So then, can you thread a grenade through there? Looked like you could. Just to soften them up a bit. Just want them weakened to the point where my lads can finish them off with their shotguns.
Loud and clear.
Because these regenerative torsos are quite annoying. Wow.
Enemy killed.
These guys die hard, don't they?
Time for the push. Aiming. I'm here. Double time.
They are tanky as hell. Right, snipers. No line of sight to anything. What I really want to do is bring them across here. So we will be able to get line of sight next turn.
Okay.
Guy's in a good little hiding spot, actually. That bug again. Says it should hit, but it doesn't.
Target hit.
Yeah, whatever, that's fine.
I need a moment.
Just going to have to keep chasing these things down. They heal up every turn. Or at least the mutants, the super tough ones do. These other ones, I think, it's just a case of slowly whittling them. Finally.
Time for the push.
Oh dear. Oh, well. Never mind that. Just stand there for a moment.
I'm here.
Must be how the aliens feel trying to kill my men.
Oh shit. This better work.
There's virtually no chance of hitting, but worth a try.
It's dangerous.
Target confirmation. You like that? Target hit.
I mean, that one's got to bleed to death eventually.
Reloading. Aiming.
You know what?
Executing.
Let's see if we can't speed this up a bit by taking out their cover. Nope, we can't take out their cover. Okay. We can soften them up to the point where a shotgun blast at close range should
Reloading.
finish the job for me.
Aiming.
One would hope. Probably not though, actually. Still. It's only a matter of time.
I'm not sure about this.
Oh, I thought he was dead. Well, I shall ignore him anyway. He'll bleed to death soon enough. Yeah, okay, game.
Target confirmation.
Yeah, even in Phoenix Point you can still get XCOMs with this point blank range misses issues. They may not be using a percentage based system, but it's still susceptible to just random bullshit. God, this should have been over 10 turns ago. Yeah, in case you can't tell, I'm not a fan of this. The game's over. You know, you've lost. Just stop pissing about.
Must focus. Is it dead?
It is very much the bug hunt from the classic 90s era XCOM games.
Instructions received.
Do. I know it's wasting ammo to
Reloading.
be hitting him with these snipers, but it just speeds up the end of turn animations a little bit. Now, I did just hit reload. That was definitely caught on camera, and yet it doesn't reload. That is a bug that has been reported, not just by myself, but by a lot of other players in-game, on the forums, on the Reddit, on the Discord. Not a major concern, just a slight annoyance. But as I was saying, yes, I know I'm wasting ammo with these shots, but it'll just speed up the AI's turn a bit, hopefully.
I need a moment.
Okay, now there's nowhere you can go. There's no way to avoid it. You are dead. Just
Roger. Target hit.
oh, for crying out loud. 30 bleed damage should finish it off. Well, that is the fourth Synedrion mission. Hopefully now I will have all of their tech unlocked for research, and hopefully that isn't bugged like the Synedrion one is. There's a whole lot of hopefuls. Here we go. Justifying the ends. So it's done. I can't say that I feel sorry for them. Their beliefs were just too poisonous for that. But it is a terrible business, transforming the world, isn't it? So much bloodshed. We should never get used to it. Never. There may not be a choice now, but we have to remember that the whole point of all this conflict is to achieve peace, to break out of the old patterns and seize control of our fate. The hardest task in human history, but the most necessary. I believe that this alliance between the Phoenix Project and Synedrion is going to be a big part of that. Together we can do this. We can win. Enter alliance. I think we always had something in common. Synedrion's values are rooted in the same principles as those of the Phoenix Project. Now's our chance to turn those values into reality. Okay, so I have apparently allied myself with them, as well as New Jericho. I don't think in the final version you'll be able to ally with all three factions. There was something on the forums and subreddit about there are 4 potential endings, one if you ally with no one and one with allying with each of them, so I imagine the end game will be siding with one or telling them all to jog on. But here we go. Synedrion aircraft tech, laser weapons, nanotech, infiltrators, poisons. That's a lot more interesting stuff. The Helios. The laser weapons, we have seen those, they are pretty cool. Synedrion motion detection helmet. Interesting. Infiltrators. And then a speeder. Very interesting. However, I've got a whole bunch of other stuff going on there. See, I was told that Synedrion is where you get the mist repeller tech. Maybe that comes much further down the chain. I mean, at 76% I thought all of the tech was unlocked for potential. There's definitely nothing on there. Perhaps I have to do... I've again been a bit lazy, haven't bothered capturing any of these things. I did build an alien containment, but just haven't got around to using it at all. So anyway, that was the video this time around. Once again, as always, thank you very much for watching.